So this is a house in County Donegal in Ireland, and it was just, it's a fairly new house, and it just recently had an electrify installed on the smart meter. So this is to demonstrate, this little video is to demonstrate the harmonization of the house and of the surrounding area. And the way we determine that is we use pendulums to measure certain frequencies. And so as you can see here, I have a number of different pendulums. They're all scientifically developed and calibrated. And I actually have quite a few more than this, and they all do different things. And so this particular pendulum measures a frequency or a set of frequencies that we call BG3, which comes from biogeometry. And those three frequencies are the higher harmonic of gold, which is a harmonic of light that comes from physical gold, the higher harmonic of ultraviolet, which is a higher harmonic of ultraviolet light, which is already beyond our visual range. And the other one is horizontal negative green, which is a carrier wave that has healing properties to it, and it carries those other two frequencies with it. And so what we want to achieve are those three frequencies when we are harmonizing anything at all. And so you can see just the iPad itself is harmonized because it has Telefy on it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in and measure this house, and there's another house in the background there, and we'll go into Google Earth and we'll show the extent of the harmonization. So what we can see here is if we have a clockwise spin, that means that it's testing positive for the harmonized frequencies, which we're looking for. And if it just goes back and forth in a neutral fashion like this, it indicates that there's no BG3 there. And there is no negative, it's just either there or not. So there's no counter BG3. So we won't ever get a counter clockwise spin. So I'll just measure this house now. And as you can see, I immediately get a clockwise spin on the house. And that indicates that it has BG3 and that the electricity in the house is harmonized. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure these power lines here. And what we would expect to see is that they are also harmonized and feeding harmonized electricity to the neighbors. So there we are. We can see that there's a clockwise spin indicating that there is a BG3 in the power lines themselves. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out this house in the background here. Maybe we can have a look at it on Google Earth in a bit. But here we can also see when I put my focus, my attention onto that house in the background, it is also harmonized. So in this manner, the harmonization extends beyond the house and harmonizes your neighbor's houses. So this is from Google Street View, and as you can see, this house is no longer there, and that house that we were just looking at is now built there. And so you can see that this is the house next door. And what I'm going to do is I'll just measure that house to see if it has BG3. And that house has BG3 as well. Now I'm going to look at these houses in the background, and I'm going to test them as well. And they also have BG3. Now the way that I do this is that wherever I put my focus, my attention, is what I'm actually measuring. So if I want to measure this rock right here, for instance, I will measure it, and you can see it's just going in a neutral fashion, so there's no BG3 in that rock at all. But if I go to this house, it does have BG3. So I'm going to swing around and just demonstrate something else here. So these are other houses in the immediate vicinity, and we can see that they are also harmonized, as you can see there. And then I'll explain why that is. So this is the transformer here, electrical transformer. And what happens is the ESB sends the hydro along these lines here, and it comes down into this transformer. A transformer steps the power down from probably 440 volts to 220 volts for domestic use. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to measure that transformer. And what we can see is that it also has BG3 in it. These houses in the background also have BG3. And I'll measure this house here. And it also has BG3. So I've gone actually all along this road to the next transformer, and all of these houses here are all harmonized. The electricity in them is harmonized rather. And I extended out to these houses in the background, and since they're all running off that same transformer, they are also harmonized. So that's how we get the harmonization effect to go further than our own house, and we're actually protecting our neighbors as well, because there's no point in doing our own smart meters, and they have smart meters that are irradiating us. So now all of their meters are also harmonized. And that's how that works.
From Saturday, May 16th, for 1 month, we have 2 special offer bundles on our website shop. One will be a Telefy family pack, and one is called a personal protection pack. So here we have the Telefy, and the Telefy family pack includes 4 Telefy for €144. So 4 would normally come to €176, so there's a saving of €32 there. So we've called it the family pack because we're as concerned for the children as much as the adults in relation to harmonising devices. All our children are on devices nowadays, whether it's a phone, an iPad, Xbox. It's important that you understand the effects of this, and we offer solutions to harmonise the negative effects of the EMF radiation for them. So 4 Telefy for €144 is a saving of €32. So it's the Telefy family pack offer, and that also obviously you could buy for a group of friends, 4 of you, 4 friends, and you're all having a saving there, or you could buy as a present to give your friends or family members or siblings. So that special offer lasts for 1 month from Saturday, May 16th. And then we have another offer which we've called the Personal Protection Pack, and that includes 1 Electrofy, which we've talked about in this video, and 1 Telefy, and 1 small Aquafy. Here's the pack of Aquafys that we sell, which is a large, small and medium. So with a small one, 1 small one, 1 Electrofy and 1 Telefy will come to €111 is the offer. Again, there's a saving of €32 there. The 3 of them together would be €144 normally. So the Electrofy, as we've talked about, again, just to recap, we've discussed it in this video and demonstrated how it harmonises your home, and it goes on the smart meter or the electricity supply board if the smart meter hasn't been installed yet, and it harmonises all the dirty electricity in your home from the electricity system, and it harmonises in turn all the devices, all the equipment in your home that's coming from that system, that's plugged into that system rather. So you know, your cooker, your toaster, your kettle, your Hoover, your laptop, even anything that's plugged into the electricity system, and that also includes your Wi-Fi router. So once the Electrofy is on the Wi-Fi router, it also is harmonising the Wi-Fi router, and you don't need to put a separate one on it. So that's the Electrofy in that personal protection pack. 1 Electrofy, 1 Telefy and 1 small Aquafy for €111, a saving of €32. The Aquafy, as the name implies, is to do with harmonising water, aqua, and you can read more about that on the website, and you can read up on the testimonial page in relation to how people have found it useful.